All right, thank you everyone for joining us here today. My name is Brooke and I'm a training and support specialist at NewBook. Today we're bringing you a partner webinar with John from The Dyrt, which is the #1 camping app in the US and uses an open community that lets campers search, review, and book campgrounds. John's going to go over some information on his company, how to connect, and how all that works from The Dyrt's perspective. And then I'm going to go into how to connect with NewBook and how easy that is. So I'm going to let John take it from here first. And John, if you can please tell us a little bit about The Dyrt, your role there, and why NewBook customers should list their campground.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, everyone. I'm John Hayden. I'm the president at The Dyrt. We've been around for about 8 years now. We're the top camping app online. We started out with the mission of providing the best campground information possible. 7 or 8 years ago, our founders, who are campers, were out trying to find campgrounds and finding it really difficult to do so. And so they decided to build a website where they would try to get every campground in the United States, if you can believe it, on there with reviews and photos. And what they did, which was a nice little trick, was they gamified adding photos and reviews to campgrounds to incentivize people to do that. So what happened was people started reviewing and adding photos and getting prizes for doing that. And so it caused people to camp even more and post more information about campgrounds. And before we knew it, we had the biggest campground database with the most reviews and photos online. So really, really powerful story of two campers that decided to make the camping world a better place, setting out to do that and accomplishing that. And so here we are today, 7 or 8 years later, and able to work with great partners like The Dyrt, like NewBook, and give campgrounds like you a little bit more access to the platform that we have and our 30 million visitors a year. I think the question you asked is, Brooke, is why should your clients consider setting up bookings on The Dyrt? I think some of that I answered in terms of our size and our popularity. There is no bigger camping community, but there's also no more active. So the users we have come back again and again to not only get information about campgrounds, but add information. And all of that helps you. The more reviews you have, the more photos that they're uploading, the better off that you are. Now, with all of the, and I have some information to share here, but now once we have all of that traffic, we've decided to open up those listings and enable bookings for properties like yourselves. So in the past, what happened was people would come to The Dyrt, they'd see all the photos and reviews of your campground, and then they couldn't book a site. They couldn't see availability or anything. Now they're able to click a book now button, see your calendar all through the NewBook integration, and set up bookings there for free. So I think the big answer to Brooke's question, why you should set up bookings on The Dyrt, is that we don't charge any commissions to you at all. It's all totally free. We make our money on the camper side. So I'm happy, Brooke, to go through a little bit of information here, a little bit more about The Dyrt and how things are set up, unless you had something else in mind.
No, that's amazing. Please go ahead and share.
Great. Let me pull this up real quick. So I've touched on some of these things, and I want to go through a little bit more detail about The Dyrt, a little bit about the camping industry, just to share some information for you to make this a little bit more valuable, and then talk about how this integration actually works. So just to kind of high level again about us, every second a different camper visits The Dyrt. We've been featured in the App Store. We have almost 30,000 reviews of our own and average about 4.8 stars on those reviews. We're the top ranked camping app in both iOS and Android, and our visits are doubling every year over the past 3 years. So not only have we been around for a long time, but we're actually growing faster than the camping industry is itself. We have the largest database of campgrounds, so almost 38,000 campgrounds. Chances are your campground's already on The Dyrt. A camper posted it on there. And then we have the most user-generated content with over 4 million reviews and tips on there. So that's all the photos and reviews I was talking about earlier that campers are uploading on your behalf. Almost 50% of our listings have reviews. So it's a very vibrant community. It's very active. We're always encouraging campers out there to leave reviews to help inform other campers. We do an annual report every year. This year we did a bigger one than ever, and so I thought I'd share a little bit of information just on that because I think it's kind of valuable and also tells our story a little bit. So we found through our report, everyone realizes that camping is on the rise right now, but we found it's actually 3 times harder to book a campground or a campsite now than it was before the pandemic. So we've got a huge surge of people that are camping more, but also a bunch of new campers. And in fact, we found that 8.3 million people tried camping for the first time in 2021 for all kinds of reasons. Seeing more of the US, spending more time with family and friends, trying to get outdoors more. Everyone has a different reason for doing it, but a lot of people are jumping into their RV or packing up a tent and heading out to a campground. We found that of those new campers, 80% of them are using a mobile app like the Dyrt. So people, they want to go camping, they don't know where to go. And they're actually, in the past, most of them, kind of went to search engines online. Now they're actually going into the app stores and downloading apps to find the best camping. So 80% of all those first-time campers used an app like the Dyrt to do that. And over half booked in advance. So instead, in the old days, the good old days, you could go camping, show up at a campground and find a site, just like you all know. And these days, things are a little bit different. You got to plan a little bit further ahead. And so with all of that activity, the signals that we see are that we have to get into the bookings game. It's very challenging for a website like us. We're already producing reviews and photos, but to get into bookings is tough because there's so many different property management systems, none better than NewBook, of course, but so many different that we have to integrate with to be able to accommodate bookings. So we made that decision last year to start doing that. The first reason, to give our campers the full circle, not only give them information, but allow them to book reservations on the Dyrt. But also because of campgrounds like you kept asking us to do it. Hey, we'd like to get more exposure. We'd like to have you help us make money, especially if you're not going to charge us for it. So we made that commitment last year to do that, and we've been investing a lot of resources to make that happen. Our goal this year is to have 2,000 bookable properties by the end of the year. All this demand for camping, now you're looking at people squeezing out into the shoulder seasons because the summers are generally full. So tons of growth in the winter seasons, lots in the spring, lots in the fall, and a lot more people doing weekday camping as well. So with all of this demand for camping and people having to be able to book in advance to be able to have a good experience, we decided to get into the bookings market. And like I said, we're investing a lot of resources in this. So the way it works for you is that once you enable bookings, so the first step is your campground has a listing on the Dyrt. Once you enable bookings for that, then we charge you no commission for those bookings for the Dyrt. But another added benefit that doesn't cost you anything is that you get the best search results placement. So when people are searching for properties in certain areas, the ones that are bookable are going to show up at the top of the list. So not only can we get you more bookings, not charge you for it, but you're going to get a lot of added exposure to those 30 million visits. There were 27 million visits that we got last year, 30 million this year. So really quickly, I thought I'd run through how bookings work on the Dyrt for you. So this is pretty straightforward, and we like to keep it that way. So the Dyrt, the campers come to the Dyrt. They simply add in, they put in the search box where they'd like to go camping, and they add dates. So in this case, we're going to look at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And what you see in the results here are bookable properties right at the top. So this is Lakewood Camping Resort, a client of NewBook's. Shows up right at the top of the Myrtle Beach search. with an instant book button on it to make it even clearer that, hey, this is a property you can book a reservation at. And all of the other campgrounds come below them. So once you enable bookings, you pop up to the top of this list here. Coming to the Lakewood details page, the camper gets all that good information that I was talking about earlier, all the great photos, all the reviews, and then now, finally, a book now button directly on that page to make a reservation. Couple details to share with you. The photos and reviews here are, of course, are uploaded by campers. Once you claim your campground here, so if you're the owner or the manager, you simply claim your listing. You say, I'm the owner or the manager. We verify that by calling you. Then we unlock manager access for you. At that point, you can add photos. You will be able to respond to reviews. You can add in details about the property. So you can take over ownership of that page. So you can leverage all of the information that the campers are providing, but you can also put information of your own in there to help maximize the value of it and increase bookings there. So people hit the homepage, they search, they get the search results, bookable properties are at the top, they come to your listing page and they see all that great information. So I think Brooke's going to talk a little bit about this as well, but from our standpoint, how to set this up on the Dyrt is relatively easy. So the first thing you do is you create or claim a listing at thedyrt.com. So you'll go to thedyrt.com, search for your property. If it's already there, you'll claim it. If it's not there, there's a very simple process to add a new campground. In both of those cases, you'll get a call from the Dyrt to verify that this is a real campground or you are the manager. So this is a process that takes 10 or 15 minutes. Once you do that, you let NewBook and us know that you'd like to set up bookings. Then what happens is NewBook will help you map your property to the Dyrt. So on the NewBook side, you're going to point it to the Dyrt and say, I'd like my property to be there. Then you let us know that that mapping is complete. We test it to make sure everything works great and as it should, and then you go live. So it's as simple as that. We want to keep things as simple as possible for you, so that you're not having to do a lot of work. You can turn this on and immediately start reaping the benefits of it. So I think that's the end of what I have, Brooke. Again, I want to emphasize there's no charge, from our end. There's no commission fee. We're super excited about this program. We have a big onboarding team to help with any questions that might come up through this. And if you have any questions or you're interested in doing this, feel free to contact me directly at the email here, or even call my phone and we can talk about it. So from our end, super simple. We're happy to talk with you and get the process started.
Thanks so much, John. I didn't know that about the manager access. That's really cool that they can go in there, add their own pictures, respond to comments. So that's an even cooler thing about connecting that I didn't know. And yeah, so it's been really fun being able to work as a team on this connection. Like John said, he has a great team for the onboarding process, makes it super easy for you guys to connect. I want to go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can see what it's like from connecting on the NewBook's perspective. So just a second while I share. There we go. So as soon as you get the connection request, we're going to send out a email to you that looks just like this. It's going to have your property name and let you know to map your channels. Map your booking party channel, so the Dyrt. And this is a really easy step-by-step process. We do have a PDF that we connect that lets you know what those 3 easy steps are. But if you'd like assistance, you can always give us a call, open up a support request, and we're happy to walk you through these steps. what it looks like from the third-party channel page. So you'll click on the Dyrt from your third-party booking channel. And then this is really cool. You're able to select, pick and choose which categories you would like and which rate types you would like to connect to. So if you don't want all of your categories mapped or all of the rate types, you can just leave them unticked for unmapped. So you have full control there. Once this is complete, I'll move over to my second page. You can connect with one of myself or one of our support specialists. We'll assist you in creating the travel agent. Really simple since the Dyrt doesn't charge commissions. This is a 30-second setup. And then all of the bookings that drop through, you will be able to see on the active bookings within the travel agent page. So in this example, property that we have up, you can see all the bookings that came through with the Dyrt, like Henry Smith here. When we open up that particular booking, if we go over to the optional booking details, every booking that drops in from the Dyrt will be logged in the booking source. So it does come fully reportable, whether you're looking at your bookings page, you can sort and view which bookings are coming through from the Dyrt. And it's going to have those 3 client accounts as well. So you'll see the travel agent for the Dyrt pop up on the booking view page. So really simple, really easy to do, whether you'd like to do this on your own and kind of figure it out, or if you want assistance from one of us on the support team, we're always happy to help you connect. And I'm going to unshare my screen. Anything that you would like to add in there, John?
Thank you.
There we
I
go.
guess
He got muted.
yeah, once I mute myself, I guess I'm not allowed to unmute it.
Oh, well, I got you.
No, I think that all sounds great. In the presentation, we just saw your email the whole time. If you moved over to a different screen, I think we missed that.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry about that. What I'll do is just, if you guys have any questions after this call, just feel free to reach out to the support line. I'm happy to take you through those steps. And with that, I'll open it up to any questions from our participants, whether you want to call out a question or write out a question in the chat box. All right, well, if no questions, just know that you can always reach out to me via support requests or our support line, and happy to get you all connected with the Dyrt.
Thank you so much, everyone. We look forward to working with you.
Have a great day.